Tonight we're making pork chops. We've got a spiced rub here. I'll give you the details on that in a minute. And we're going to use iGrill. Now, iGrill is a device that is used with a food probe, and the probe is inserted inside the pork chop, just like this. Make sure that you go from side to side and into the center as opposed to top down. The reason for that is you don't want to actually have the tip of the probe touch the surface of the grill. That'll give you an inaccurate reading. So what I'm starting out with here is I'm just plugging in the probes. These are nice, thick, roughly inch and a quarter pork chops. We have 4 possible probes. We're just going to use 2 tonight. And to prepare our pork chops, we're going to use just a little bit of olive oil. Brush that on. Try to get it on all sides. Then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of our spices. We've got brown sugar, a little bit of fresh garlic powder, some paprika, some thyme, a little bit of allspice. And one of us likes a little bit more seasoning than the other, so we're going to go light on the one that doesn't. Always use food safety. Make sure that you use their prep plate and then use a different plate for taking the food off. Make sure you don't get any bacteria or contaminants. Always recommend using extra virgin olive oil. Just going to repeat this process on this side of the chops. Already preheated the grill. It's preheated for about 20 minutes. And we're going to apply the pork chops to direct high heat. And then I'll show you how iGrill works. As you can see, iGrill is reading the temperature of the chops. They've been sitting at room temperature for a few minutes. Now we're just going to put the chops right here on the hot coals. Don't worry about these wires. They are designed to do just this. I'm going to close that up. Come on over here. You can see that the grill temperature, I've just opened it, but it's a little over 400 degrees. Now we'll go back and we'll monitor the temperature of the food in just a minute. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at how to use the iGrill application. So I've already downloaded it from the App Store. It's the iDevices. That's the logo. Oops, before I do that, I need to turn on my Bluetooth. Go here. Now the device has an automatic pairing. So what's going to happen is it's already going to acknowledge that I've got the iGrill V2 on because it senses it with the Bluetooth that's in proximity. So it's connecting. I'm going to register later. Just going to hit pair. And we'll do the firmware update later. So right now I've got 2 chops on the grill. And I'm getting 2 very different temperatures. That probably means I have one of them on a hot spot on the grill. Now, there's 2 probes. I'm going to take you over here, and I'm going to show you that you can see it on the phone, but you can also see it on the readout. And that's probe 2. And I'm going to go over to probe 1. I'm going to jump in here real quick into the grill and just check what's going on because I've got quite a variance in temperature. Just going to move those a little bit, make sure that they're not over too much of a hot spot. I'll come back over here to the grill, and let's say I want to take a look at what's going on in more detail. I can just literally tap the number, the degrees, and this happens to be in Fahrenheit, and see how the temperature is climbing. If I want to see what's going on with the other chop, I just tap that. Okay. So we're going to wait till these go up to the recommended cooking temperature for pork chops, and I'm just going to check that and we'll come right back. It's been a few minutes and our temperature is 92 degrees in one chop and 139 in another. So at this point we're going to flip the chops Already getting a nice golden brown there. Okay. We're going to give those a few more minutes. Our target temperature is 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the USDA recommended cooking temperature for safe food for pork chops. So we'll come back when it gets to that level. Okay, so we're reaching our cook temperature, and we're going to go ahead and take the pork chop off. You can see we've reached 160, 161 degrees. We've pulled it off. You can see it looks nice and done. And our module also says 161. We've cut into the chop. You can see it looks delicious. Nice and juicy. Juices are running clear. So to recap, we have the iGrill module, which toggles between 4 different probes. And we have the iGrill app, which allows you to monitor up to 4 different pieces of food on the grill.